Okay. Gee whiz, but we are back. Back. Huh? Got it. Far out. Sorry, guys. I haven't had that happen before, so I told you this is like a test stream to see what's going on, and apparently that could happen. So let's just see how we go, because that was I don't know. You probably saw. I don't know if you were watching the last bit, but my light started flickering, and I was like, oh, that's weird. Maybe I need to like press a button or something, and then it yeah, and then it just totally died on me. So yeah, apologies. But yeah, we're back, and I think it's okay. Yeah, hello. Thanks for coming back. Let's fix up his freaking lobby. Messy something. All right, where were we? I think you guys were about to tell me how great it would be to build some kind of Australia town. Yeah. I think that's where we're at. Now, hopefully that water will eventually disappear. So I'm gonna go back and I have to redo those things, don't I? How cool's that? I actually don't mind those buildings, but I wouldn't mind them somewhere potentially else. So I might just get rid of some of these, and I might try those buildings once again. Excuse me. Thanks. Get out of here. And I don't know, you guys can be the judge. You guys can see if it's gonna fit, or maybe the Australian architecture is too much of a stretch. It could be too much of a stretch. I'm not really quite sure yet. Where is San Andreas? I do plan to go back. I was actually planning to go back and record some stuff next week. But yeah, I've just been into this. Been really enjoying building all that nature stuff in Marble Mountain. So, you know, I've been kind of hanging out to do that sort of stuff for years. And now that we can, I sort of just want to do that for a bit. But I do want to build some stuff in San Andreas. That's for sure. But I don't know about you guys, but I don't know. Like, I feel like that city it's at like the stage where I want to kind of like flesh it out a little bit more. But in terms of detail, there's like only a few areas that I really want to do some like super detail on. But other parts, oh, that's a good corner building. Other parts, I feel like I could just zone. Yeah, I know. Zone. Fancy that. Alright, so these are all those Australian buildings. They're a little bit hard to see when I've got the guide on, but just by themselves, I don't know. Like, I obviously don't live in California, so I don't know if that is like similar architecture. I mean, that isn't. I mean, that is very Australian. Yeah, I mean, I do plan to do Chinatown, but this could just be like a little bit of architecture that's similar, right? Looks a lot like Croydon. Yeah, it does look like Croydon. That's very true. It's pretty cool. It might be a little bit too similar to. It might just be too much Australian. That could just be the case, which is fine. That is so fine. But let's actually flesh out Chinatown a bit, because I haven't really done anything around here. There are some like fun little interactions. There's loads of people walking. I don't really know what the deal with that is, but I think Chinatown should be pretty easy to detail, because if I just type in CN, no, or maybe it's no, not CN. What is it then? Trying to find. Yeah, here we go. CCP. No, I thought it was. Oh, okay, that's all right. But yeah, I was just gonna place down a few of these buildings, because these actually work. I mean, the size of them are pretty good. Oh, that's a sick size. I might even do that somewhere. I mean, that could even be like some kind of market. You know, like stuff like that would work really well. You mean Croydon in London? Oh, that is so funny, because that is very similar architecture to Croydon in Australia. Like Croydon in New South Wales is like Sydney. That's pretty much it. This is Marble Mountain. Yeah, it's inspired by an American city. So I'm glad it does look American. But I don't know. I think you guys are kind of agreeing that maybe this is a bit of a stretch. So I might just mix in some of these buildings, which are, I mean, I like this because they, you know, obviously this is like very, you know, these are like Chinese characters, but the architecture itself, like this is also very Australian architecture. So, and again, we're not building an Australian city, but that is actually pretty cool that it's could easily be fit into so many different places. But I can't change the color of it, which is a bit annoying because that's a bit of a strange color. Maybe I can blend him in with another one. But it's always like so funny when you see all these cities that share such similar architecture. And I guess that does make sense, but you know, we can go from like Croydon in the UK and then Croydon in Australia. Yeah, that color's really weird. That's what I want. More of that. Like that's quite cool. And then those Australian buildings just kind of get lost in there, right? The one day you stream at a decent hour just happens to be on a work weekend for me. Oh, sorry, man. Yeah, I mean, that's gonna be the case, isn't it? But I mean, this time really works for me. So I will most likely do streams at this time more often. I used to yeah, I don't know about that building. I used to do a lot of live streams in the morning, but yeah, that's not always possible. That's a bit of a weird building, but it also kind of works. I might just change a bit of that color. Almost. Yeah. I mean, I don't mind the white, but I might even just go for a bit of a blue. Make it a bit more modern. Watching from Dubai. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I kind of feel like before I probably wasn't really streaming at good times for places outside of Australia and America. But now I can actually stream a bit more for other countries, which is great. And the question is, what else do we build around here? Like, I almost feel like I should dedicate one of these roads to maybe like another pedestrian street. Oh, hello, Sully. Hello, hello, my friends. Yeah, guess this is like a proper good stream hour for you, eh? Will I make a video out of this? Nah, probably not. I mean, definitely not. What is that hotel? Too big. And then I might just steal a bit of this architecture. Actually, I really like that corner is sort of perfect. Makes me wonder if we do have some more corners. Oh, geez. I mean, that is super Australian. That turret. Oh, but that's actually a pretty good corner right there. So I might... Oh, I'll get rid of that one. And I'm going to grab this guy, and we'll stick him on this corner. And he's looking pretty good. I mean, I think we... And I say we as in Australia, but I think we... still a lot of architecture from the UK. So you probably see, like, some similarities. Sully, this is... Tristan's new pack that I'm kind of sneaking into this, even though it's an American city. Yeah, that's what I was also thinking, Mahe. I sort of think that we could have like a... I even believe we might have some sort of... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so like a Chinese gate, which would be pretty cool. I wonder if I can snap it here because it's... Oh, that's really cool. And we could do it there. I can't tell if I'm able to do that because of anarchy or if that's just the way it works. Yeah, we've actually got some pretty good signature buildings for that. So, obviously can't do these ones because... I guess I could. I could place it here. But, I don't know. Sort of feels like too much of a main road, you know? Oceania 2.0 when? Yeah, can't. I've got too many other series. People are also talking about where's St. Andros, and I'm like, oh, well... You know, like one of these roads could be... Whoopsies. I don't think that one, because that's kind of out of the way. But that feels more of a spot. And we could do another one here. And we could have like a whole bunch of restaurants throughout there. And this could be pedestrianized. I don't know. That could be a possibility. Hey from Wales. Hello. A few people just waking up. Great. We need more parking in Chinatown. Yeah, I agree actually. Especially with all these people driving around. So, I actually think I might make this into a pedestrian street. Is that wider than the normal one? That's thinner. I guess it's fine. Yeah, it's totally fine. Okay, so that's now pedestrianized, and probably to go with that... Well, my mouse is glitching out. Yeah, I agree. I think we could probably do some sort of parking garage. Oh, he's pretty big. We do have one that's already over there, which is sort of... I mean, it's exactly the same. No, that does fit there pretty well. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Hey, Lemon, welcome back. Sorry about the power outage. Okay, so that's similar to London's Chinatown. Well, we've got a similar Chinatown. I think it might be 1 or 2 streets. And I mean, I could almost do this as 2 streets. But, and it actually might not be a bad idea. I think that this is maybe an office block. Yeah. But I think I might just keep it as 1. I mean, that sort of works. But yeah, I think if I had some red lanterns, that'd be awesome. Alright. I think I might just do... I don't really want to do surface parking. That's what I'm getting a little bit hung up on. I could do some of this. But it just doesn't look like parking. Or I could do this. It's just strange, that's all. With 2 levels, eh? Ah, see, I always thought that this was an underground parking facility, but it's not. It's just like a really strange, compact, multi-level building. Which, like, look at how the cars drive up there. That is very much a base game asset, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm gonna do? I think no, we're not doing that. We're not going to make something custom. And that is another base game asset. Alright. Maybe we'll just do surface parking. I don't really love any of those other parking spots. What do you guys think? I don't really love any of this. Or maybe... Alright, I'm going to put on pause for a sec. Get rid of those guys. this can go over here. And then that sort of feels like a giant Chinese restaurant with like shopping and stuff attached to it. We'll ever build a British city? Yeah, I mean, like, the reality is I want to build all the cities. I think, like, if there's, like, a hierarchy of things that I really want to build, there's there's probably, like, one more American type of city that I really want to build. And I think that'll probably be my next thing that I end up doing. But I am also... like sort of like I don't know if I want to do an Australian one at some point or if I do a one set in the UK. I haven't quite figured it out yet. So yeah, I do. I absolutely do. Yeah, I mean, why not? That's fine, right? Hi from the other side of the world. Where is that? That is very GTA 5, you're right. That is a very GTA 5 asset. That's fine. I'll move those guys. And let's see. I don't mind that one. And this one kind of looks like an extension, so we'll leave that as it is. Maybe like I'll line him up. Yeah, beauty. And then we could change some of these guys. I mean, that's just a little bit repetitive. And that one's boring. So now, let's see what else we've got. I mean, she's not bad, but I sort of want more in the style of, yeah, like that, but longer. Ooh, I mean, that's another kind of like that frilly bit, like that interesting bit just there. Yeah, but it's two large buildings on either side. Oh, and I guess we could have another street here. Like, maybe that's a pedestrianized alley that's also been maybe, like, widened. Or maybe not even widened. We could actually just use this one. Or maybe he goes up to this street, which would make more sense. And if you look over here, we do have all of this, which is something we could also use. So, yeah, let's do that. I'm going to grab this one. We'll go down here. And I'll probably change the color of that surface, because it's just okay, but it could be a little bit better. Ooh, pretty cool. Oh, that's not bad, actually. Kind of looks like the building looks like a bank. So that might not work. What a vibe watching this in a thunderstorm. That's funny. It's not thunderstorming here, but it's crazy wind. Like, I can hear the trees outside just going completely nuts. Hypothetically, how well do you think City Skylines 2 would fare if you tried to make a rural/regional Australian town? Well, to be honest, I don't think it would be possible up until probably today. And then Trist literally just released those buildings. And it's not just like buildings, it's like a whole asset pack. And which is kind of wild considering we got them for free as well, the region packs. But, you know, he just dropped that and it's just a whole bunch of free great assets. And now I feel like you probably could. But probably before today, I'd say no. Like, we had some, but we didn't have, like, that many. Never have I stayed up till 4 a.m. to watch a $2.20 stream. Dude, wow. That like hurts my eyes just thinking about how early that is. But thank you very much. That is very, very kind. I'm just going to get a little bit lazy with those ones and we'll just splice them in. And we'll just poke them out just so we can see those cool things. The trims, the decoration. And it's looking alright. A lot of these buildings are grey and you can't change the colour of them. Oh, speak too soon? No, not quite. But I will match them because that doesn't really work. That's better. Maybe we can do the same with this one. Oh, pretty good. Are you going to add an interesting pattern to the pedestrian roads? I am indeed. Something bright. Like, I think I could do something... Maybe not orange. I could go similar to this one. I mean, that's got trams, so probably not that. And I'm already starting to see a little bit too much of the same color repeated, so I might try and find some buildings that might work a bit better. You know, like that's pretty great. Could do like similar architecture. This is actually a really great pack. I can't remember who made this region pack, but it's really nice. Like in terms of the assets themselves, like those buildings are so generic, but then they are obviously, you know, from China because they've got the lanterns and there's like tiny little things that you can see that just make them a little bit more Chinese, but the actual architecture of the buildings, like I would see that in Australia, I reckon I'd see that in America. It's just great. It's like very versatile. You know what? Actually, I might just get rid of that. We could do like a little plaza or a cafe or something. Oh, Mayor Cheeks. Hello, Mayor Cheeks. Can't recolor. Yes, I'm just discovering that. I totally agree. Amazing looking buildings. But I wish we could just change a little bit of that grey because that could be perfect. And I don't know if I can remove those lanterns. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, so I mean, this is like super versatile, but then the lanterns just make it not as versatile. I have a large property and drives me nuts. Like, drives me crazy. We'll have swept the driveway nice and clean. Then the next morning, it's covered in leaves. Yeah, well, I agree. So basically, I don't know if you guys know, but we were in Sydney this time last year. And in a pretty, very, very small 2-bedroom apartment with 2 kids. And then we've recently moved to the Blue Mountains in the same state, but maybe like 2 hours out of Sydney, and just like a smaller town. And now we have a house that is like an actual house, and we have like a massive yard and like a really big driveway, and just like we've gone from like super tiny to a place that is kind of enormous. And we're only renting, and we've got an inspection on Tuesday, and we've just like had crazy wind, and there's like been a massive storm, and yeah, so I need to like go and just do like endless raking. It's gonna be great. And I'm not even being sarcastic. I actually really enjoy that. I think it's looking pretty good. I just don't want it to get like too muddled. So I think I might make that a bit of a plaza. We get like some nice trees. What sort of tree is that? My favorite. You know, we could just do like a big feature of a tree. I think it's something a bit taller, like that. I mean, if I could string little lanterns from that, that would just be Oh, so nice. So nice. Will I build a financial district? Yeah, I already got one over here. That big guy. Just real quick, before my computer died before, or my electricity died before, I did adjust all this. So I'm just going to readjust this so my city is thriving and not dying. Whoop. Speaking of dying, let's just see if he rebalances a bit. It wasn't so much of a hit before. Come on. I mean, we've got like $26 million, so we can handle a little bit of red, I think. Yes, that's who did it all. Magnus has just listed all the people that did this region pack. Yeah, it's a lot of people that I didn't actually expect. Huge collaborators. Yeah, I mean, you can really tell. I mean, those guys have like released some pretty amazing packs over the years, so I'm not too surprised. All right, I'm going to put some color onto these paths, and then I think I might, I don't know, reshuffle some of these buildings. I'm not saying bright, but not too bright. I know this is a bit too bright. Could go for this. That kind of blends in. That's actually a pretty nice one. The problem is sometimes I see the way these look on their tile, and I think, oh yeah, I'll use that. And then it's not quite what I was after. That's also a pretty nice one. Ooh. So I'm just testing them, by the way. If someone wants just to join in and see what I'm doing. That, I think, is a good one. I think I like that one. I think that's a good one for right here. I might actually add a sidewalk, so it's not just all the same color. Oh, that's gonna trip me up. I need to make sure this is like super straight, because otherwise I'm gonna get, oh, that's gonna be really problematic. So that's actually not super ideal, because it means I'm gonna have to try and get this perfect. Actually, look at that tile's, I actually like that tile. Does that overlap? Okay, so I'm going to use this tile all the way across here. Oh, please. Please. Come on. Oh. This, like, constantly happens to me. I know it constantly happens to everybody else as well. But, like, I think something's flat, and then it's actually a crater. And now I'm on a roof. So maybe I'll flatten it out. And, you know, it's actually not a big deal. It's fine. Like, you're not going to see down a little crack between two buildings. Give me a break. But this, I do want this to be nice and high up. And what is causing this? So I do want a little bit of flatness. No, doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. Oh, that's a nice planter. Why have I not used this before? Is that from the Japan pack? Is it? No, I don't think it is. That's a beauty. I don't usually stream at this time. No, I never stream at this time. Is she pointing and laughing? Yeah, okay. All right, I'd like to see you do better. Oh, it is a bit crooked, so that's fine. I guess that does deserve a little point to laugh. And then I'm just going to drop a whole bunch of tables. I mean, people are going to sit on these things anyway, so. Actually, chat, can you remind me, do we have tables and chairs that people do sit at? You know what I'm going to do? I actually might make a park. I think the parks have something to them. Come on. Oh, oh. Yeah. Oh, okay, now I lost it. Great. It just disappeared. Oh no, it's there. It's just hidden in the shadows. Please flatten it. It's gonna make you go crazy. I know. Look, I know. This is the problem. Is I get so hung up on the little details, like, oh, it's not super flat. Oh, there's like, you know, this isn't a super straight and even surface, and then I get so hung up on it, and then my work day is finished, and I'm meant to have a video out, and I don't, and I've spent like half my time working on the most silliest thing. So, I just need to like move on, you know, because in the whole scheme of things, like this little park is such a little blip in a giant city that I don't think that tiny little alleyway really matters. Like there's some places where I spend so much time detailing, and then it like equates to, I don't know, like 3 seconds of a video. It's so silly. But I do it constantly. Animated Citizen Pack by Sully. Who's Sully? I'm just joking. Yeah, you're right. I could actually play some there. But I'm actually wondering if this is going to get people sitting on this. Because it is part of a park. And these parks are, another person laughing at my tree, these parks are pretty good at attracting people when they're in like really busy places, like this. This is like a super busy place. So I'm just going to speed it up. Let's just see what happens. Otherwise, I will place that down. That's the part you appreciate though. Yeah, but I know you guys want to see videos, and I want to get videos out. You know, I get so disappointed when you know, because I have 2 days to make videos, and then if I don't record a video in that time, then I usually have to like stay up late and try and finish it, or wake up super early and try and finish it, or, you know, I just like have to try and finish it outside of those like nice work hours. Bugger. I was really hoping I had like a lantern. Then I could add a couple of lanterns here and there. You know, I want one of these. I want that. But that's okay, I guess. It's fine. Now, I don't really know what else to place around here, guys. I know I do still need to put a bit of color into our pedestrian street, but I don't know. I feel like are there any other assets from that pack or other ones that I could add that would fit a Chinatown? I would also love that you can tell it's Chinatown just from like the sky as well. That's really important. You love the new Tristan assets. Yeah, me too. He's killed it. All right, let's put some texture on this ground. That's what I was doing. And I think I liked, but now I'm like a little, I don't know. I might just go something simple, but just a bit brighter. I'm gonna try this. Okay. And I could add some trees along the side and that'll just kind of cover it up really nicely. Some street food vendors. Yeah. And actually we could add a bunch of like tables and chairs around. But I want to see people on them. You know? It's driving me nuts, guys. I really just want to make these places that feel like it's nice seeing people walking around them, but I'd love to see people sitting up and eating some food at these tables and all that sort of good stuff. But yeah, that's alright, I guess. I swear we had like a shop front something, table and chairs, and people did sit at them. Am I just like imagining that? Is that it? These are more like hanging out in your backyard. Yeah, this is what I want. But I want them to come. Yeah, that's what I want. That's exactly what I want. Yeah, see, she's having a sit. That's what I want. And let's not overthink this. There you go. Have a little sit down. That's lovely. Yeah, stuff like this. I mean, these aren't even cafes there. It's like an office block. Yeah, got it. Any stalls for vendors? Yes, there are. I'll add some. And this building's just like a giant Chinese restaurant. Oh, what are you doing? Dude. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's the door. Oh, you're, I guess, allowed. I think that'll do. And what I actually would like is I would like this to go over the top. So it's almost like here. And of course that would be the case. That's okay. I think I might just change him up anyways. And a bit over here. Yeah, and then I'll probably add like a tile that I reckon they probably like tiled over when this restaurant was built. And I do like that tile, but I think I'm gonna have to change it to something that goes over the top. Not bad. There's just like a I think I could probably get them to a lineup. Wait, what? There was someone sitting on one of the park benches in the plaza before. Get out of here. Oh, I don't see anyone there. There's people over there. They sit on those benches, but... You tell me if you see someone. And then... you will line up to this street. And how does that look? Oh, kind of... okay. Maybe we'll just do that. And that's fine. That's totally fine. And I'm actually going to put probably a pagoda over the top for like a little bit of shading. Something like this. Oh, I actually kind of like the fact that it has a bit of... almost not like privacy, but a bit of a barrier. So I might even use that all across here. I was going to do a fence anyways, but I sort of like that better. Of course, we've got one that's not even the right color, but I think I will use that color instead because you can just see it a little bit better than this brown. It really gets lost in with the tiles below, and that's okay. I think that's pretty good. Maybe some bollards. Yes, I think you're right. I'll add some of them. TMPE flashbacks with those cars on the roads. Yes. $100 there was... okay, I've already read that one. I'd love... whoa! Hey! Look at that. Now that is bloody beautiful. That's so nice. I mean, it's like she's looking very sad, just sitting alone looking at a blank wall, but that is so bloody lovely. Alright, well that's great. I mean, I kind of want to do the same with these ones, but stuff it. No one is sitting here. I could do like a little menu at the front and all that. No, okay. Let's just maybe grab these tiles. I mean, that's a bit of a win. I am really happy that people are actually sitting there. There's one lady sitting there. And I think that fence is right in the way. I still don't know if I love that building there. He seems like a little bit too big. It looks cursed. Yeah, it does look a bit cursed. But I think it's good. It's good that she's sitting there. It's great. A lonely tree park. Yeah. I mean, it'd be nice if we saw some more folks hanging out. But we could possibly add some bits and pieces. So someone did say, what about some food carts? And you can add them as part of that park. So I will do that. And maybe we can do... I almost feel like they've got a whole bunch of stalls around here. I knew that was going to happen. I knew it. That is a bit of an issue with this pack. Is I do find that sometimes they lose their connection with these. Ah, that worked. Great. That usually doesn't work. So I might do a couple more. One there. And I would really like to place them around there too, but that's probably going to be pushing it. What else can we get? That's a modifier. Yeah, I mean, that could... yeah, why the hell not? And... Commercial tables. Oh, that's the same as these ones. But the picture looks different. Did I quit San Andreas? No, I have not. I will boot it back up. But don't expect that series to go on for ages and ages and ages. Because there's there's a bunch of things I still want to do, but I do feel like a good chunk of the city, that's exactly what it has placed down before. A good chunk of the city is like already complete. So I'll be moving on from doing lots of detailing to more zoning. But also, let's just see what happens, because I actually haven't booted up that series in a really long time. And usually when it's been ages, I'm like less inclined and not really feeling it, because I'm usually feeling whatever I'm building at the moment. And then as soon as I boot it up, I'm like, oh, this is so much fun. And then I just want to keep on playing it. So yeah, let's just see what happens. But I will be diving back in pretty soon. I promise. I think trees in the middle. And that looks. I think that's pretty good. Yeah. I'm pretty happy with that. Maybe one of those guys. There has to be a dragon or oriental statue. I think I do have something like that. I don't know if I type in dragon, I don't think I'm gonna get anything, but I feel like I've seen it. Maybe some shrubs growing between the surface in the alleys. Silver dragon. I'm pretty sure that's a giant. That's a giant building. Yeah, or like some cracks and stuff. I mean, these guys look a bit dodgy, just hanging out back there. I agree. How about we do some of these and we just like sink them into the ground? Oh, that's like not flat either. Is it? That's just terribly slopey. Got some giant cracks somewhere, but where are they? Maybe like some like nope. Yeah, that'll do. Sweets. And then let's just finish off this area a little bit more. I might place something there. That could almost be. Yeah, I mean that's. Whoopsies. Well, that's definitely an afterthought. What even? Okay. I mean, that could probably just be connected there. I mean, why is it not? Oh, I think I built that before I built that road there. That's the reason why. But I think I'll just leave it for now. But up here, I might go for a little alley. So that I can... That's the right side. Just so I can flatten it a bit. And then there's someone already using it. And then that also kind of feels like a bit of parking. Yeah. A couple of trees back there. And then we could do like a little parking lot there. But... I don't think I can flatten. Oh. Ooh, almost. What's stopping me? That building. I know what to do, though. I might use one of these static ploppables because they can just, like, sink into the ground. Squished cardboard boxes. Yes. Do we have squished cardboard boxes? I think we probably do. Yeah, I don't really care which building it is. As long as it's something. Oop. Actually, no. It actually has to be a little bit larger than that. That seems like a little bit too dangerous for cars just to drive on top of the roof. You know? Yeah. Something like that. And then I might grab some pavements. Shum. Dum ba-dum 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 bump. You know, like a little parking spot. I feel like the terrain leveling mod would be super useful for this build. Terrain leveling mod. Please tell me more, because I actually don't know what that is. I feel like that would actually be perfect. if it's like what I'm imagining. Okay, I'll take a little look. Time for me to go to bed. Yes, enjoyed the evening stream. Catch you on the next one. Hey, thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate the support. And watching. And go to bed. Whoa, it's like... Jeez, it's almost 10 o'clock for me. Oh my god. That just goes by so quick. I've only been streaming for... Well, it says only an hour, but... I've been streaming for longer than that. I think I want to do... I know I said this was parking, but I'm not actually going to dedicate this for parking. I think I'm going to grab some more of these bins. And we'll just go like binsy, binsy, bins. And who was that person who said cardboard boxes? Gotta spell it properly. Oh, generic lemons. That sounds amazing. That's like exactly what I need. Especially for, I was going to say especially for this build, but every single city that I end up building is somehow full of hills. How's that? And a couple of non-squashed ones. I might even add a couple of trucks back here. Let's not go too big, $2. Something like that. And then where's my trucks at? Let's just quickly save it. Look at all those saves. Do you guys save like this? This is like each one of my episodes, and I just like title a different point something. Great. Oh, I'm really excited to check out this mod because I struggled big time trying to get the terrain how I like it. Let me see. Lost my train of thought. But I was looking for boxes. Not boxes. I was looking for trucks. Like little plain lorries. I do have all these ones, but I don't think these are actual trucks. Well, these are. Oh, little one. Actually, and I think those other ones are too large. So I might place down a couple of small guys. Right, so let's get a couple of... Speaking of small guys, we'll place down one of those giant... that is the most ridiculous looking truck ever. I'm going to get rid of that. I want an actual truck. Oh! Or an actual van. Even better. He can be there. Just like that guy can be there. And yep, that's what I was after. And what you looking like? Pretty good. You're floating. But I mean, no one has cars that color. But now you look boring. And you can be green. Pretty bloody nice. Interesting colors? Yeah, super interesting colors. I don't know, it's just wild. Kidnapping vans? Yeah, they do have a bit of a kidnapping vibe. A lot of people going in here and doing little turnarounds, which... look, I don't love that. That could use a mural or probably more realistically some graffiti. So I might just chuck some graffiti on that wall, or maybe just like some cover-ups. Nah, probably some just straight up graffiti. Where's my graffiti? Do I not have any? Ah, it's right there. Did it move? I swear that wasn't there before. Just like some tags. Ooh, mural. Doesn't strike me as a sort of place for a mural. Sort of strikes me as a place where we do have a couple of little... We'll get Sully in there. There we go. No, not Compton. Not that one. Look, he's gone twice. Lovely. And better change the color of that ground. Now this has turned into a Chinatown build, which it like absolutely was not titled that way. It was it was titled as working on this area, which I'm glad it's not flooding anymore. But stuff it. By the way, what do we call this place? I've called it Mission Bay, but I don't know. I feel like I can do better than that. This needs to be moved. I just don't know where else to move it to. Like, this feels too just out in the middle of nowhere. So maybe I won't do that. But it is just too big. I wonder if I've got... Because, I mean, the building itself, like, do they even go back into the depot? Or do they just spawn from there and that's it? Hey, K-Pen, yeah. I'm staying up for it. Like, I wonder if... No. There's no... I was wondering if there's going to be, like, a block service that spawned them. Like this. But unfortunately not. Something points? Yeah, well, I mean, originally I imagined that this was an industrial area, and then it was converted into a residential neighborhood. So residential neighborhood. It was converted into something for residential, but Mission Bay is literally just the name that I took inspiration from in San Francisco, so that's like not gonna work. Oracle Bay, Deception Bay. Yeah, I mean, like, some of that maybe used to have a bit of an industrial name or something like that. I don't really quite know. I mean, clearly that's why I haven't changed the name again. And I really think that I probably need to continue that road. I mean, I actually don't need to, but that is like the sort of aesthetic that I do like. So I imagine that you'd probably like drive along the same stretch trying to find a park. And I mean, the parking spots are getting pretty filled up. I think that's actually going to be a pretty good fit. That's not bad. What? I swear that fit before. What? Actually, that's not too bad. The way that sort of fit in there. You know what? That's actually totally fine for me. It kind of just worked. Let me see. Names, hey? Augusta Island? Well, it's not really an island. I'm going to read that one. Ooh, Palmdale. Now that's very tempting, actually. Something Bay. I think it has to be something Bay. Palmdale, though. Like, just hold on to the name Palmdale. I feel like we've got a Palmdale coming up. Like, I could actually call over here Palmdale. At the moment, it's called Long Beach. But this could actually be called Palmdale. Yeah, I think that works. A little bit better. And that looks good there. And something needs to go here. I almost kind of want to build maybe like a remnant from the old industry that used to sit here. Like an abandoned building. But I can't actually place industry because then it would totally screw up all the houses that are actually here at the moment. So let's see. Do we have anything that looks like industry that could be abandoned? You know, like something like this. Just like a real old remnant. And maybe even like this part of whatever we call this place is just like still not quite gentrified, and it's still not quite turned into something of a nice place. Like, you know, maybe it's like under construction or something. The Bikini Bottom. Fortitude Bay is not bad. I actually quite like that. Use the historic industry pack. I don't know that. Oh, I do know that. That's more for commercial. That's more for office. Ooh. That's a nice little fella. I might use that. Just like a little tiny guy. And I'll use, let's not go overboard $2. Let's just like choose something. Like something like that. But just go big. Too big. Almost. I want something with like a tiny weeny bit of concrete in it. Like this, mixed in with a little bit of dirt. Not bad. Pretty close. Bingo, my friend. Bloody bingo. I might just pop him, do a little rotate. And he's on the roof, which is not great. No, it's still not great. And then we can change the surface. This is like the slowest beer ever. Keep me distracted. Can we build a few football fields? Not the American ones? Well, I don't know if we can. I don't know. Americans, do you guys have many football or soccer fields? And then I'm just going to show you a little mod that I downloaded just recently. This will be, I go kind of nuts with this in the next episode. But I will just do a little bit of grass around here. I mean, that looks like it's for cattle or something, but that is fine. And then I need some sort of abandoned thing in here. Like another little building. Or like a truck or something. Something here. No. That's a no. Lightly used beer. Just like, I mean, it's bloody cold in this room, so it's still cold, but yeah, it would have absolutely been drunk by now. But I'm just like super distracted. Tall industrial fence. Yeah, I mean, maybe not everywhere. Maybe just like in some parts. Maybe just like there. I mean, why not? Come on in. Like, what's the big deal? It doesn't matter. Does the 3D grass affect performance? Like, probably if you go nuts. Like, if you go all over the place, then you're probably going to have a bad time. But when it is, you know, in detailed areas or, like, even in, like, forest, you can kind of go a little bit more haywire. But, yeah, you don't want to just do the entire map. But I'm pretty sure, and don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure this is like an inbuilt mechanic. And I forget who made this mod. I did mention their name. Was it, I think, might be Winter? I think maybe Winter made this mod. And I think like they just hacked into the way that, like the grass sprites that's already built into the game. So these grass sprites are already in the game. And Winter's just like made it so that we can actually paint it with a brush, which is pretty cool. And I still can't figure out whether or not what do I want? Do I want grass sprites everywhere? You know, poking through all the, you know, all like these areas where we definitely don't want grass sprites, like in people's backyards and, you know, in playing fields and in parks. But then I also don't really want to have to do this. So I don't really know what the answer is. Like, maybe it lies somewhere in these brushes, you know? Like, maybe rather than just this being like material dry, it's like material wild, you know? And then just like the wild brush just creates a wild grass effect. I don't know. And you could just like spam it everywhere. Jeez Louise, what's going on? Oh, so many people. It's really cool. Yeah, I highly recommend it. Just like, don't go super crazy. But again, it's like, I also think you probably can. I'm just saying, maybe just like be a bit gentle, just in case. What if we call Mission Bay the West Side? Then you could have that one clip from The Simpsons on a billboard sell for the West Side. Well, we kind of already have a bit of a West Side. I mean, as much as I like a Simpsons reference, we do already have a bit of a wrong side of the tracks type of place. Good day from Spain. Hello. Yes, I think this is a good time to stream because that means I get to actually stream for Europe, which I don't usually get to do. What am I looking for? Bit of this. Rough it up. And you lot, I think this isn't... This is like still a little bit under construction. Just like a little bit. So we'll do a bit of this. A little bit more in the middle. Maybe even sprinkle in some grass. Some sand, I mean. Especially around maybe like these places. And in fact, I could probably find... There's those decals. Ones with all the paths. Ooh, yeah. Couple of these. Maybe not those ones. Maybe these ones. Did I use that? No, I did not. That's... And a little bit rotates. Even matches up. It's a bit bright, so I think I'll drop him down. Couple of little desire paths. I might get that mod again. All through here. And then this is like next. This is like the next place that people want to develop on. You know, something that's like freshly been taken down. But I think that's all I'm going to do for that. I reckon the rest of them do need some sort of development. I think I'm still leaning towards... Yeah, I don't know. I think it needs like a bay sounding name. Somebody mentioned a bay name. I can't remember, and I can't scroll up there, unfortunately. Add fence? Yeah, I was going to, but then it also kind of... I don't know. I mean, that fence kind of works. Maybe I'll do a little bit of a fence. I'll do a bit of a fence. Maybe I don't go tall. Maybe I just go for... That's another tall one. I don't believe you. Okay, you are a bit tall. That's really tall. That's even worse. I don't know what I want. Yeah, I think this is actually a little bit better. You're right. Then where do the desire paths come from? I think maybe they got in there before. Maybe that's how it... Fortitude Bay. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards Fortitude Bay. I think like that works, especially because I am taking inspiration from San Francisco. So I think that's what it is. Good one. Thanks. Thanks, man. That's looking pretty good. What do we put in this triangle? And where on earth do we put this thing? Because this depot is just too large and too annoying. Hey, someone from San Francisco Bay is finally here. 5 a.m. Welcome. The monarch of Squawks. We've been waiting. We've been waiting for someone from California to wake up and watch the stream. I'm sorry if somebody else is already watching from California is like, hey, I've been watching since 3:30 a.m. Oh, Michael Danger, hey mates. Battleship Bay. I mean, that's got a nice little ring to it. And I feel like I've already committed to Fortitude. I can't do the original name creator dirty like that. Hey, clouds, bugger off. That is too cloudy. Let's just go. I mean, I do want clouds, but I don't want right over there. That'll do. All right, we could do like a school maybe, or an office block. Something needs to go here, like something that's not apartments. I think it needs to be, yeah, I think it needs to be something different. Like maybe a college? We could add a college. But I think whatever needs to go here, whatever goes here, needs to be sort of modern. It needs to be like a new thing. That's kind of cool. Chinese High School. I didn't place out any of the services in Chinatown, did I? That's university. We've got this modern university. I don't know if I want a university, although that is kind of cool. I actually don't think we have very many. Yikes, small. That's a big one. Quite like that. We don't have very many colleges. That's a college. That's a high school. College. Too old. Modern community college. It's a bit too. That doesn't really work. What's this one? JP College. Kind of looks like a hospital. Maybe like a museum. I'm rubbing my chest, by the way, not my nipples. Doing a bit of a stretch. Maybe like a museum or an oceanarium. I did kind of build something similar on the other side of the bay. But you're right. Like, you know what we need to be doing? We need to be making better use of this space. Like, I hate that I have to place this down to see fairies. I mean, it makes sense. That does kind of make sense, but, you know, I think what needs to go here is almost like a marina. And then we could do like a, I don't know, like a cafe and stuff. Something 60s? No, because I think that this was industry, and probably over the last like 15 years or so, it's been converted into housing. That's sort of my story idea behind all that. I'm going to remove this. I'm going to move this. I just don't really know what I'm going to move it to. I might just like plop them over here. It feels a bit cheaty, but I think we're going to do it. But I have to buy this land. And if I buy this land, then you guys are going to see some spoilers. So, just for like, I don't know, 3 seconds, close your eyes while I just buy some land. All right, everyone close your eyes. Close your eyes. Don't look. Don't look. Don't look at that. There's nothing. There's nothing over there. There we go. And now, I'll put it on pause because I feel like I'm going to stuff some stuff up. And then I'll place him over here. And you need a road connection. Of course you do, but... I just don't like this at all. Oh, is that no, it's not going to be enough, is it? I guess I could build a... No, don't build a bridge. Don't be silly. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show you guys a couple of things. I've been making some changes behind the scenes, and when's the spoilers coming out? Probably on Wednesday. I haven't quite... There's spoilers in Las Palmas, and then I've started to work on... Also, I'm gonna do stuff right now, and like none of you are gonna like it, but you just have to live with it. This is like stuff that I do behind closed doors, and not in videos, that's for sure. But you just happen to be on the stream right now, and you have to see it. So I want you guys not to worry about it. And I don't know, like that. I feel like that is that's something Let's Game It Out would do. You know, just like crazy angles and making a total mess, which is all fun, but that's not what you want from my videos. I know that. When's Oakwood happening? Okay, yeah, so the other thing as well is that I've been working on... I've kind of like done a big chunk of Las Palmas in the next episode, which I think will be out on Wednesday. And then after that, I'll be back in San Aurelio. But I've also been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes, just like working on landscaping and like planning out the next episodes and where certain things are going to be going, and like doing a lot of tweaking behind the scenes, and it's looking pretty good, but I've kind of made some big changes to the landscape. So I need to, and I don't think most people can notice unless they take a good look at my backgrounds, you know, like the mountains and stuff. So like this is all disconnected, and there's like some planning stuff going on over there, and if you were to look at some of these mountains, they're all... There's like stuff. There's stuff. Like I'm like imagining and changing things. And I think I'm probably gonna... They're like ages away in the distance. You know? Those videos. But the things I'm working on, you know? So yeah, I mean that's happening. He's all connected and not totally happy just yet. He will be though. Probably not there. Maybe like that. That'll do. Okay. And... Oh, that is so much better. Look at that. All this free space. Isn't that wonderful? I mean, this could probably connect to this guy. Definitely not that low down on the ground. Same angle? Sure. I mean, that's a bit steep, isn't it? Try that again, doofus. And then a little marina. Something kind of like this one. And maybe we could have like another ferry stop. That could be quite nice. Speaking of universities, did I say universities? I did, didn't I? But that's actually going to be 2 episodes away. That's why I was thinking about it. Fun fact, in the 60s, the University of California considered building a new university in the industrial area south of Market in San Francisco. Kind of similar to that area you were at. Well, okay. That's kind of interesting. I wonder if we do. We could do something like that. I work on a university in a couple of weeks. So I'm trying to get a little bit ahead. So I'm currently on holidays from my normal 9-to-5 job, and I'm trying to get a bit ahead in Mama Mountain so that I can then go back to St. Andros and record a few episodes. And then I'm also meant to be working on a couple of other things. And so that's sort of what I'm trying to do at the moment. just so you know. Whoop. And that's perfect. No, it's not. What's going on? That's doing alright, mate. What are you doing? You know what? Let's do a couple of undos. I just don't... Why does everything have to be on a slope? What? Why? I just would really like you to be a flat road. Just be normal. Don't know if you're normal yet. I think you're still being a little bit weird. That will do. Bit of lag. What's going on? How many people we got? 19. Come on. Come on. You can take more people than that. Let me just check something. I'm just going to press exit for a second. I'm just going to get up the old internet. Give me 2 seconds. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-doo. Yeah, expect to see more people on that steam train, actually. I did, like, a lot of work over there. Sort of thought more people would be sitting on it. That's alright. Bear with me, just looking at something. Ah, there we go. Bloody lovely. Alright. Sweet. You guys tell me if my stream starts to crash a little. So I just opened up my browser and that's been historically not good. Oh, hello, Bad Peanuts. How are you, my friends? Good to see you. Virtually. Probably train yard and train stuff. For sure. For sure. Yes, I agree. I reckon there would have definitely been like a train yard here. You're pulling an all-nighter? Mate, I appreciate that. That's wild. Like, it's currently 10:30 and I'm getting sleepy. So I'll see how much longer I can go for. I'm feeling like okay. Feeling okay. Feeling alright. But I don't know how those streamers do it for so long. It's like, yeah, they're nuts. I get sleepy very, very quickly. Well, no, I'd take that back. I've got a lot of energy, but it gets to a stage in the night where I just go, you know what? That bed just looks so damn good. Plus, I got one of those fitness watches, and they just make you feel so shit when you wake up and your score is like just rotten. Let's see, marina. Where is that marina? Where? It's probably in the water tab. My stream's still okay. Just because I've got my web browser up, and that killed it last time. Pontoon, eh? I've been subscribing to so many assets lately that sometimes I like subscribe to them and then look how bright that is. Jeez Louise, let's get out of there. Sometimes I subscribe to them and then I completely forget all about it. Random boat. Right, what was I looking for? Marina. Right, why can't I find it? Chat, help me. Where's the marina? Where is it? I lost it. How do you keep Move It from crashing the game? I don't. It crashes my game. But only because, and it's not Move It's fault, it's only because I get silly with it. And then it just like crashes. Hello from Malaysia. Hello, mate. Awesome to be able to watch your stream on a Sunday evening. That makes me very happy. I'm glad to hear it. It's nice to be able to stream to a different group of people. A different crowd. This is the one. Why can't I find it? What was it called? Oh, what? I should just search for it. This is what happens when like I start staying up. At least like when I do my streams in the morning, I'm like fresh and, you know, have like a coffee and it's all good. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this super simple. I almost want to just go straight, but it does have a little bit of a bend there, which I don't mind, but I probably shouldn't. I mean, that kind of looks like a good little spot for parks, and maybe a good spot for some parking. I'll remove that. I do want to see boats leaving. I can't remember, do boats leave this, or is that just a ferry thing? Yeah, that's just a ferry thing. I'm thinking about City Skylines 1 again, aren't I? And then I'll probably do a couple of little rows. Like so. That's not going to work, is it? Jeez, why does it get so bright? Little rows? I don't think I can do that, can I? Why not? I mean, I can, but the boats are going to be in the way. Yep. Oh! They popped away. That's... Oh! They're back. Oh! Waterfront Park, yeah. Yeah, I found it. Thanks, Generic. I, just could have just find it. Hi, Ibrahim. Ibrin. Hi, Ibrin. From Tampa, Florida. Great. Look at all these. Look. Everyone's waking up. Isn't that lovely? I knew that would happen. What time is it in Tampa, Florida? Let's not go overboard. I think that might be enough. That's plenty. We do have a bit of this going on, but you know what? That's fine. That's fine. And we'll get this nice and close. What time is it in Sydney? It is 10:30 p.m. $8:30 a.m. Oh, mate, that's the best time. Yeah, mean, it's a little bit clunky. It's a bit clunky, but it's fine. And I'm just like having a little peek at what else I did down here. Looks like these are boulders. Now that looks pretty good. So I might do the same thing. That makes a pretty good rock wall in my opinion. So I might do a couple of boulders on the side. Try and get these as close as possible. Yeah, this is a much better idea. Any Sydney-siders? Yeah, there should be a few of them. Just sleepy-eyed, watching this stream in bed. I don't know if anyone's watching on their TVs. I'm like streaming. I think I'm streaming at 4K, but and again, I'm like still ironing out creases with my streaming setup. But I am playing the game at 1080, which I don't usually do. I usually play and record at 2K. So I don't know if it looks worse. I mean, it probably looks a bit worse. But I just think I get such a better frame rate at 1080p. So I've like turned it down. But I was watching on my phone, I was like, this looks just exactly the same, so I don't know. I don't know, I think. Yeah, I don't know how it looks. Anyone watching their TVs notice all the imperfections? See the greys in my beard? How dare you? Estonia. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get... Look at this. And Tennessee. Oh, my American friends are starting to wake up. So that's like the only problem with streaming at this time is that, you know, I'm kind of like building an American city. And I think that a good chunk of my audience at the moment who are watching Marble Mountain are from California. Probably because they're just like watching me going like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You make sure you do the right thing and make sure you represent our state properly. Like if I was watching a YouTuber make, I don't know, like the Blue Mountains or like Sydney or something, and they weren't from the area, I'd be like, oh yeah, okay, let's see what you got. What do you think's going on here? Especially because like I do barely any research. I just kind of do the bare bones, and that's about it. Let me see. All right, I think that's kind of... I'm going to sink them into the ground just a smidge. I don't love that. Oh! How about going back to the line tool, please? Try that again. I still don't love that. What's going on? That looks just kind of clunky. No, now just go singles. You know what? That's a lot easier. I'm just going to go singles. I think I'll just do that. It's almost time for lunch. Bullet train when? Well, I don't think that's going to happen. You miss Oceania? That's funny, because I feel like Oceania had a good city, but the map sucked. Like, I know a lot of people really enjoyed the map, but I just felt like the map was not... It was a bit of a miss, in my opinion. It was the first time I tried to do something at such a massive scale. Watching from the Netherlands? Great. As a Californian, I will say I started watching your channel years ago because Marble Mountain reminded me so much of home. A very faithful recreation. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I do appreciate that. I never know. And like I've watched other YouTubers do, or like other people do recreations of places that I've been to or, you know, lived at or whatever. But it's always, I think it's like fascinating seeing somebody else's take when they don't actually live there. So I often wonder that, like, especially when I make these videos and I start talking about things that I'm like observing. I'm like, this is probably not real. You know, I do like such surface level of research, quote unquote research, looking at Google Earth and then maybe like doing a quick Google search and that's it. Okay, I mean, that is like the shonkiest, lamest looking marina I've ever made. but it's something. And I do think that we do like a lot of parking. Like I sort of feel like this is a sort of marina that has a lot of parking. And then, I mean, this still isn't a pizza shape. We still haven't really filled it. And we could do some sort of ocearium. Aquarium? Aquarium. Like, we call them aquariums. But, like, that'll be very similar to what I've already got on the other side of the bay. So I'm not really quite sure. I don't know. Still trying to figure it out. In Padco, you might find Genoa's Waterfront inspiring. Designed by Renzo Piano, it transforms the waterfront with canals, parks, and modern buildings. Maybe an inspiration for it. That's very cool. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if I can. Yeah, I'll have a little peek of that area, but I can't. Unfortunately, I still need to fix up my stream a little bit better. My setup. I mean, it's almost good. I've finally got like a second monitor and all that, but I'm like too nervous to get Google Earth up because the last time I did that, my stream crashed. That was the last one I did. So I'm going blind. Usually got Google Earth on the other side. I'm gonna keep this so bare bones, you guys. Like, I think I'm just gonna place down parking. I'm not even gonna make this. I'm not even gonna go custom parking. Just not big enough. Because that could be almost the right one. I mean, I could always... Or maybe... Maybe I just change this road. I do this? Or... These are all one ways, aren't they? No, that's not going to work. Just need like a little bit of parking on this side. Could do that. Now, that's kind of my go-to parking. I seem to use this one all the time. Watching my TV, can't get it to stop buffering at about 720. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably screwing something up there. To be honest, I don't think it's your fault. What do you hope for the next DLC? I'd love something to do with Park Life. I would love something to do with Park Life as well. Like, I've done a lot of complaining over the last couple of weeks about building parks and just seeing zero life. You know, nothing is going on. So yeah, I like that's exactly what I want. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna get it. I don't know if we're gonna see something else that is I don't know. Maybe like an old. I feel like there could be something that is like an old something that like an old DLC from City Skylines 1. I'm just gonna change the music because it's getting to the quiet part of my. Let's go back to the nice fun one. That's a little bit better. That's nice. Better. Oopsies, not that. Back. Cool. Yeah, I'm like still not super convinced of this parking. I think I might just have to kind of keep dragging around. Be cool to see you make a custom local airport with houses attached with their own hangars. Whoa, that's an interesting idea. that's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean that would be pretty sick. I still haven't like properly made. I've like placed down the airport in this game, but I haven't made anything like custom. That is like the funny thing with this game as well, is that there are so many things that I am yet to even place down. I was thinking the other day as well, is that I like we had that deal. What is it? The ports DLC, and like I haven't built a port in either one of my cities. I was like, I really should probably go and do that, because that's like a pretty solid. I actually really like that DLC. I should probably go and actually build a port. Because at the moment, I'm like trying to build all these things that don't really exist. You know, like there's mods that give you like some ability to do it, but I'm overlapping these and it doesn't matter. It does matter, but just like don't worry about it. It's fine. It's one of those things that you just go, it's fine. Jeez, that's a lot of parking. You know, we might actually not even need any parking around here. This could just be a nice little spot for a park, you know? How do you pick the city for your city's inspiration? Do you think about it before making it, or does it just pop up immediately? No, I think about it for ages. So I've already, like, there's already... So, okay, so I'll tell you... I won't tell you what I'm thinking about making, but I'll tell you what is kind of happening in my mind at the moment. So... I've been... No, I can't even tell you about that. I'm just like... I've kind of gone down like a rabbit hole of like a city. And I was like, oh man, wouldn't it be cool if I could try and build something like that? And then the idea of the landscape starts to kind of pop in. And then I usually go onto Fresco on my iPad, and I'll like start drawing out like where certain parts of it can go. And then every now and again, I'll import that height map, like because I'll draw it in like black and white. I'll import that height map into the game and kind of like, you know, play around in map editor, and then I'll go back out and draw it again. And, you know, I'll also kind of create a bit of a mood board and get some ideas like that. Like that's what I did for Marble Mountain. I did a lot of like I worked on the map for ages. Like I really like this map. I think this is a really really fun map to work on. And it seems to capture all the things that I wanted to build. So, yeah, the next city I'm kind of... It's still ages away, but I've already started to think about how that's going to look. And that's, like, not even the only one. Like, I've already started thinking about, like, another one. So, I might even... But I don't think they'll be, like, big series. I think they'll be, like, a bit smaller. And when I say like smaller, I think, you know, something like St. Andros is, in my mind, a somewhat smallish series. Like something that I don't plan to do for multiple years. I still want to like finish it off, but sorry about that. Light rail. There's still like a lot of things I want to finish off, but something like Marble Mountain, there's a lot that keeps me going. Whereas with St. Andros, it's kind of just the one big city, which is fun, but for me, that has, like, limitations. I'm gonna go here. Yeah, I mean, dreaming up the city is the funnest part. I just wish I had more time to build. Like, I could do this, like, for days and for years. Woke up to a Jello's 20 live stream. Great starts to the day. Yes, thank you so much, man. I really, really appreciate it. Fisherman's Market. I do already have a Fisherman's Market. But I could do another, like, cafe here. I did see a couple of people say we could do, like, a nice little cafe on the water, which I think would be quite nice. Something a little bit more chill. You know, because over here at Pasadena, this is all very... not chill. Like this is a whole scene. But I do think we could build maybe some sort of ferry wharf that goes here too. I mean, there is one there, but there is one here. Like maybe we move that guy to under here and goes kind of like around there. I don't know. You enjoyed Sunset City? Yeah, I enjoyed Sunset City as well. That was a fun one. But the problem is those big city ones, like, I get burnt out pretty quickly. Not quickly, because I mean I still worked on that for over a year, but it's it gets so samey. It gets really, really samey. And I get like after a while you just go like, oh, okay, great, another suburb. Oh, sweet. Now I'm building like another, like, you know, I'm building this thing, I'm building that thing. All right, cafe. What do we have in terms of signature? Ooh, what's this? I do feel like I need like a fancy one. That's kind of fancy. What's that called? Canopy Cafe. I mean, it almost fits there. Although he's a little bit boxy. And that would work better in a boxy place. Whereas this, it's a little bit more open. Someone did say a pub. That's a Horizon Lounge. And I can almost see a section around here kind of dedicated to almost like a bit of, not a commercial area, but maybe just a, I don't know, just like a, not nightlife. I don't know, just like a place to go, like a cool place. Private airport is a good idea. That would be really fun. I actually didn't even think about a private airport. I do want to build more than 2 airports. Pub area, that's what I'm thinking, yeah. I do want to build more than 2 airports in Marble Mountain, and I want to see if I can like connect them so they go between each other. You know, get like a regional flight. Have like an international airport, and then just have like regional planes as well. I think I'm gonna do I want higher density. I think I need something slightly more high density, and then around here we can go into, yeah, this is like a pub, and I think that's quite cool. Oh, that's a brewery. I mean, even better. It's got an interesting shape. I think something this high. But you can see how we got this guy here. I think we need something like a little bit higher around there. Oh, interesting. More boat stuff. Like a slipway. Is that like one of those ramps that go down into it? And a crane. Yeah, I agree. I think I started to do something around here with that. But he might be a little bit too out of the way. Or maybe not. Yeah, I mean, stuff it. I mean, it's fine. That's like blinding light. I think I might keep that as a little turning place. He looks like he's sunken into the water. I'll just ignore that. No, I won't. I'll raise him up. Yep, that's fine. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I know exactly how I can make this. But I always forget the name of the asset. I think it's called a slab. I was going to say this feels a little bit too out of the way, but it is not. It's not a slab. It's one of these G7 slabby things. It's a block? I think it's a block. I think it might be a block. Yeah, I was going to say this feels a little bit too out of the way for a boat ramp, but people like can just drive across here and then connect up. That's easy. We should have a neighborhood of all the mega mansions. Yeah, I'm also sort of working on that one too. Already forgot the name. Block. Are you planning on doing a community-based lore video or stream streams just creating little Easter eggs. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Especially now that we're seeing things like a lot more fleshed out. I also would like to be doing more live streams. So I've already mentioned this, but this is a bit of a test. Like, there's already things I need to change and improve. Like, my green screen isn't quite, like, blurring things out or, like, keying things out how I like it. Like, if I tilt my head in the wrong spot, I can almost put, like, a black dot in my forehead from, like, the blinding light at the top of my, on the top of my head. So that's already something I want to get rid of. But yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I... Whoa, what's going on there? What did I say? What's going on? Super lagging out. What? Uh-oh. 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 We're stuttering. Uh-oh. Are we back? Hello, hello. What's up? Oh no, oh no. Can you guys hear me? Happening. Open up. Seconds. And now you can hear me. Jeez, that was a close one. I don't know what happened. It just like completely died. Got like crazy stutter. I feel like I hit a button. I feel like I hit F1 or something. What does F1 do? I mean, we had a pretty good run, didn't we? I think we're back, right? Are we back? I jinxed it. It's because I was talking about my forehead. But I think we're back. $1.10. Yeah. Classic NBN. Yeah, it is probably. No, I think I just jinxed it. I was talking about how well the stream was going. But I do probably need to wrap up soonish. It's just gotta finish. Let's just finish this. Let's just finish this. Cube. That's the one. It's always so obvious, but I always seem to forget it. But I think I'm going to be. Also, this is the one. I think I might just place a big chunk of it. Like that. It must be Telstra. Awesome jacket, thank you. Appreciate it. My brother-in-law gave this one to me. That looks pretty good. I like that it even the jacket matches my character's jacket, which is just a nice little perk there. Yeah, so I'll do like a little bit on that. I hate how blinding it gets. I don't really understand why it does that. And then I'm going to get these little guys. I might just stack them. And then there's gotta be, I could probably even just like drag out a road, right? The sound keeps disappearing. Hello, please don't disappear on me. Are we back? Can you guys hear me, or have I just been talking to myself the whole time? Can you guys hear me? You just got flashbangs? Yeah, no, it's I don't understand what's going on. Rotation. I'm just gonna like one. Oh, wrong way. Wrong way. Can you guys hear me? Just want to make sure that I'm not just rambling to myself. Sounds weird. Do I sound weird? Sounds normal. Everything's fine. All right, I'm just gonna keep on talking. Just see what happens. Sorry, everyone. This is the sort of stuff I need to figure out. All right, I know there's gotta be a much simpler way than this, but this is like the first thing that came to my head. And then I might just get. I probably don't even need 3, but it's probably a little bit unsafe, to be honest. And we could go like this. Oh, beauty. Okay, cool. Great, as long as I sound fine. Sorry about whatever happened. It was a weird stutter. I'm not really quite sure what happened. I don't know if... I don't think I opened Chrome. The thing that stopped me last time. Jeez, I'm really flashbanging you guys. I really apologize for that. So maybe we'll just finish up this little spot. But this is what I was sort of imagining. And then we could do something like this. Really sink him in. It's probably a little bit steep, to be honest. Like, if you're a boat guy, you might be like, I don't know about that. Oh, it's actually not too bad. Could do that. And then I might even get this big guy. Not that guy. Where's the other one? And I might even just, like, shuffle him. So we could do, like, a bit of a this. Oh, that's nice. What do you think? Any boat guys? Boat ramps are so steep. Boat guys, what do you think? You tell me. I'm all ears. Got a couple of fishermen or something like that, but that's like fine. I think that kind of does the treat. And then I will also maybe just... like, can you just not disappear on me, please? I might even just like... There's a guy on a sidewalk here. And I think it probably needs one. And hopefully this is the same color as all this. And hopefully it doesn't go over the top of my road. Not quite, but should do. Not a boat guy, but it looks good. I think it's fine. I'd love to be able to put some like trailers and stuff around there, but I think this is totally fine. I do need to put some trees around so it's not so barren. Ooh, that looks like a disaster waiting to happen. Like that. Ooh, don't love that. But I think I could probably just cover up some of those things. Now I could add these, but that's probably a little bit too large. I think maybe something a bit smaller, just because it is a sort of new development and I don't think all the trees are fully grown in. Or we could go for these new palms. Now, I really just grabbed these. I don't know if anybody knows much about these palm trees. Like whether or not they're like super crazy polys and got, you know, game-breaking triangles or whatever. But, I mean, I think they look pretty good. And they're exactly what I need for a build like this. Marble Mountain, that is. But they're probably a little bit too big. So I don't know. You know, you got to be really careful. A lot of the assets, not a lot of them, some of the assets that are being uploaded to PDX mods are crazy. Just like they will just tank your game if you were to go crazy with them. So I know I don't think any trees are like that, but there were these boat assets that were uploaded, not these ones, but they were far too detailed than they needed to be. I think I'm just going to go for these tall guys. They look really nice. I like to bunch them up every now and again. But yeah, basically, what I'm trying to say is I haven't tested or looked into what the performance is. Way too tall? Well, not really. I mean, they could be too tall for a new development, but I also might just break the rule a little bit because it does look pretty nice. But I don't know. I might just leave it up to you guys. I could do them along here instead. Small coconut tree. Well, I actually think that a lot of the assets that are being uploaded to PDX mods are better optimized than a lot of the ones from the base game. Some are not, like those boats I was talking about. Like, they were beautiful boats, like stunning, but like probably too stunning. Like they were just not worthwhile having in your floating just randomly in your harbors. I guess I think I might put them along here instead, but I don't know. That's like a pretty nice, like a chill area, especially like compared to, again, Pasadena, which is like so dense. But then you got over here and it's just a little bit more spaced out, and you can tell that there's been maybe like a bit more consideration of where certain things are going. I don't know. Maybe a bike path? Yeah, a bike path would be nice. In fact, let's do that. I might even do it as a key along here. That's the key. Is that a key on the right side though? Left? I can't tell. Let's just see. Ooh. Actually, I think I want something a bit windy. I think I'll still do a bike path, but just because this is so like, I think I need something like windy. Can we do pubs now? Well, I've got this. I've got a brewery, so we do have a bit of a pub. But I do want to finish off this waterway first. Maybe we could do something. I'm just gonna trial something. I might turn off snapping for this. I don't know if this is gonna look good or be a bit silly. I haven't quite made up my mind yet. And we could do a little bit of a windy, bendy motion. Or maybe just like some parts of it. Maybe just like around here. Maybe. Thanks, bud. Appreciate it. At least 3 pubs. Yeah, we'll do a couple more. Popular Ponderosa. Hello, buddy. How are ya? The map man. Greenies from Amsterdam. Hello, hello. Well, I just don't like aesthetically. I'm more of an aesthetic guy than a city planner, that's for sure. Like a lot of the things in my cities don't make sense, especially if I'm like building them as they are. You know, you definitely want to be making better decisions than this. But actually, you know what I kind of like about this? Maybe we could do like a bend, but it's not a key. It's kind of just like a bendy path that jots out into the water. We've got a couple of them in Sydney. We could do like a bend, and then you could go straight, and then maybe like maybe another bulge. Let's try that. I mean, I've already tried it. This path is just, it's really been a pain. All right, and I'm going to grab all the nodes. Still not fully convinced. Okay. This is where sometimes I think someone before asked, how do I not move it crash constantly? Well, I don't know. Because I haven't figured it out yet. I'm constantly making it crash. Swimming pool. That would be quite cool around here. I don't know about this. I think maybe if he does jot out, he kind of comes back. He like stays out over here. Then we could build something there. Maybe. What are you doing, train? Like, just stay on the rails, please. Oh, that's a tiny little segment there. Alright, how about you just start again? Ooh. There's like a tree. I can hear like a tree. The wind's crazy at the moment. I think we're about to get a storm. But I can hear a tree like scratching the roof of the studio. Alright, and path, you can go like this. I really hope you guys have said this is a good idea because I've kind of committed to it. Yep, wonderful. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Just a super steep section for people to fall down. Please. What's going on? And a rock in the way, and another rock in the way, and a palm tree almost in the way, and then it's not quite. Oh god. Use a bridge instead? Yeah, I think we're going to. Just waking up and making a coffee before the rest of the family wakes up. What time is it? What time is it there? That window's very short. Snap. Lovely. Well, like, whatever. Let's just, like... So, yeah. Someone said make it a bridge, and I do agree. So, I am going to convert that into a bridge. And then when he comes back here, he can be on the ground. And at this point, I think he should be a key. Key, please. Other side, please. Like so. It's like super not symmetrical either. 6 a.m. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you probably don't have long. We'll do it like this. Now, do we put a cafe here or do we put a pub? We do already have a pub. Well, we've got a brewery, which is most likely a pub as well. And this kind of goes over here. It's a little bit funky and a bit weird, but I don't know. It's not bad. Or is it? Could be. Oh, now it's bad. Maybe add some stairs or steps. Yeah, that would be quite cool. There's like a really nice waterfront in Sydney that they've only just opened up over the last couple of years, and they've opened it up so you can even swim in the harbour, which is pretty cool. And they've got like a shark. Pretty sure they've got a shark net there, which is kind of important because we've got bull sharks in Sydney Cove, which is yeah, they're psycho. So you really don't want to be swimming in the water. And it's really cool. It's just like a bunch of rocks and you kind of just like dive in and there's heaps of people swimming and it's pretty cool. Like I can imagine if you were visiting Sydney and you had the experience to swim in Sydney Harbour. Like that's pretty cool. So we could do something similar, but I don't know. Would this be a nice place to swim in? I mean, to be honest, I don't think Sydney Cove is that much nicer. Leave the kids at the cafe and grab a drink at the pub. So still wanted a pub, hey? I mean, I'll never say no to a pub, but does it fit the vibe of the area? That's the question. I'm going to add in some palm trees, and I think that's going to really elevate this spot. You know? You almost got like a bit of a yin-yang thing going on here. You kind of got this like earth, and then you've got the open ocean, you know? Like, I don't know if we want to play into that. Hello, Urban Odyssey. How are ya? Just came back from a bike tour. Add some bike paths along the coast, please. Yeah, well, actually, that's what I was originally doing, and then I got distracted, and now I've got this. And I still don't really know what this is yet. But a bike tour sounds really fun. Like a little beach? Is that far-fetched to think that people would like to swim here? I don't know. I still can't figure it out. But the more I work on this, the more it gets all skewed and wonky and terrible. I'm just trying to get it to match the other side a bit. That's pretty bloody close, $2. I think just drag him out so he connects to the light rail. We can put a ferry terminal here, which would be a little bit of niceness. Plop that guy there. Maybe we could do like a bit of a key thing. Where's the bike paths? I think it's too late. Is the bridge still necessary? What do you mean? It's working perfectly. Look at this. It's everyone's having a great time on this bridge, and there's no complaints. See? No, the bridge is not necessary. In fact, it's probably causing more issues. But I don't want to get rid of it. It's so cool looking. Like, look at this. It's like a little bit see-through. It's got like little railings and stuff, and I don't know. I just love it. It breaks up the grids. It needs to be there. But I could convert it into a pedestrian street. I don't know. Let's not go too wild. All right. What time is it? What time is it? 11:30. All right. It's 11:30. It's 11:30 at night. This is like way past my bedtime. Not way past, but this is like scrolling on. This is now like scrolling on my phone in bedtime. So I feel like I might just make a couple of executive decisions, and then I might call it there. And I'd probably keep it going, but I actually want to record the rest of the next Marble Mountain episode tomorrow. I want to be fresh. But I did make some promises, so we do need to finish some stuff. But the bike path, I don't know, man. I don't know where he's going to go now. Now all I can think about is that bridge. Like maybe that bridge should be a pedestrian street. I don't know. Chat? What do you think about that? I mean, the cars are definitely having a hard time on it. Someone just said that people swim in Brisbane waters. What mods do you have? A lot. Heaps of them. I reckon, I think there's a link. Maybe not in this description, but there's a link somewhere. Combined path? Yeah, I could. Maybe I convert this into a. I mean, it's definitely a windy track. I'm just gonna save it because I feel like I'm about to do something that's gonna break my game potentially. Combined path. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Okay, can I convert this this path to be combined? Is that combined? It's divided. I can. Okay, maybe I'll do that. Ooh, what's going on there? Like blinding white light. Don't really know where this bike path's going. Oh, beautiful. Yep, good. I'll move those trees, don't you guys worry. I think it's cool. It's cool. Not when it doesn't go onto the right side. Hey, why? Come on. There we go. And then I reckon at this stage, does he connect back up to the road? Probably not. That's a bit cruel. So let's just keep on. We'll keep on going. We'll keep going. How come I'm not using network multi-tool? Yeah, I mean, I really should be. I don't know why I'm not. It's there. It's empty. Nothing sits in there. Do you guys mean this? Network multi-tool? Am I out of the loop? I feel like I must be like missing a couple of mods. Am I getting a little bit behind? I don't know about you guys, but I get in a workflow way, and then when like something else new comes along, I'm like, oh, something different. I've just learned how to do it a certain way. Hey Brucey boy, how are you, buddy? I am good, mate. I feel like I'm potentially about to get blasted by chat though. You're gonna say, "What? Why aren't you using certain things?" And that's fine. Yeah. Okay. Yikes! Just leave. Okay. Well, that over there is a story for another live stream, I think. For this, these palms, I reckon these palms are really gonna. They're really going to make this build. Blah, blah, blah. Is your latest video always going to be members only, or is it just public later? Oh, yeah. I think I might have accidentally set it as members only rather than coming out later. But yeah, it's coming out later. It'll be out, I think on Wednesday. I'm going to release it. I'm just trying to like stretch out the time frame a little bit because I'm just trying to get a little bit ahead, so I've got a little bit of a buffer, and then that way I can keep a pretty regular schedule. But so far I've been good. I've had a pretty good schedule lately, which is great. So I want to keep it up. Yeah, I'm gonna go kind of crazy with these palms. Just like all over here. Just plant them all. Is that still a... And that could be a little beach in there. Just like people ducking in for a quick little swim. Like maybe a little bit yucky. No controller, yes. People have told me about no controller. I do need to get no controller. That is very true. Yeah. I feel like I've missed so many mods. I don't know what happened. I was all over it, and then all of a sudden, I'm out of touch. I don't know what happened. I think I've tried to be a bit conservative with mods. And I think that's caused me to miss some really great ones. Look at the difference between the vanilla ones and these. Again, I don't know if anyone responded, but are these good? These are by Reaper, and Reaper was an awesome asset creator in City Skylines 1. And this is, I think, some of the first assets that he's released in City Skylines 2, which I'm really happy to see him diving into this game. But I'm worried that they're maybe not optimized, but that's purely me just, I don't know, imagining. Maybe just being a little bit worried. Something else needs to go down there. I like the clusters of these. Look at that. Isn't that just so pretty? I still don't know about this. I think maybe we could do a tiny weeny little beach. Look how steep he is. You should sink some of the taller palms into the ground to get more varied heights. Yes, I agree. I think I will do that. Right after I make a beach for some reason. Oh look, some people are walking along my path. Might just put that on pause. I might make all around here like sort of shallow. I mean, you don't want to imagine like ducking in for a quick dip and it just the water just like shoo, slips away from you. So maybe we'll do that. Oh, my music ran out. Back to some music. Blah 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 blah. I think it's gonna be like a tiny weeny beach, like barely. You can't even see it. More than that, please. That's stuck behind the. Actually, you know what? That's fine. I think that looks totally fine. It's not like a true beach. It's like a little gravelly thing. Not talking to me. Big ones are too tall, I think, but the medium ones look more to scale. Well, I actually think that they grow this big. I was actually driving just today, and I was looking at the size of some of the trees. Just in real life, and I was like, geez, trees get really big. Like some trees are absolutely enormous, and I think in terms of scale some of those are pretty big, but I don't know, I think these palm trees get this big. Am I wrong? I saw like some giant oak trees when I was driving today, and I thought, okay, well, there you go. Trees do get that big. And I'm going to go back to those boulders. I'll sink them into the ground a smidge. Raise them up a smidge. Blah, 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 blah. Press play now. A boardwalk may be better. It could be. But I think I've already committed to... I don't know if I can go back. I think this is kind of looks the way it does now. It's pretty unusual. As a Queenslander, palm trees are massive. Yeah, like I think what I'm trying to say is sometimes I think when I look at the trees in this game, I go like, oh, I can't use that. That's too big, or it doesn't, it's not to scale, whatever. But I don't know. Like sometimes when you just see the size of certain trees, especially like certain species, they're just like enormous. And they look kind of ridiculous, like how big some of them are. And I had the same thought when I started placing down these palms. It's like, okay, I probably won't use that big one. But I've actually been using the big one a lot, and I think it looks good. And then plus, like, I don't know, sometimes it doesn't have to be super perfect. Like, this is a bit of a fictional world we're building here. So I think that's okay. And I think I'm gonna place down some little citizens, some beach guys. Oh, she's not a beach guy. She's not even a beach girl. She's just a regular person standing. But these guys have a little sit down, little sits. Oh. Whoop. And whoop. Cool. And splunk. Couple of stargazers and little chats. That's nice. Could do a couple of yoga people. Oh, she's having a selfie. That's nice. There we go. Good on you guys. That's it. Pump the iron. Dancing. Yeah, when I used to live on the beach, there was like a group of people that used to go down and used to dance on the beach, and it was, I mean, good on them, but it was a little bit strange. What are you guys talking about? I've just been talking to myself. That's a hard thing with trying to miniaturize cities while keeping trees, buildings to scale. Yeah, absolutely. And like the city itself is also not to scale. He's you know, looks a little strange. That's why you gotta kind of bend the rules a little bit. There's a couple of people standing in the water. Let's go down to the beach and stand in the water. Oh, are these people swimming? Well, she's not quite swimming. Oh, Sully, you are bloody amazing. Is Sully still here? He's probably not. But he's bloody amazing. Look at these people just waiting. So sick. Alright, well that's pretty cool. That just like brings it really to life, I think. Even if they're just props, like that's still pretty good. Steam train coming in. Oh, pretty nice. Alright, I might place a couple of things around here. I'm still like, maybe, yeah, I think you're probably right. I think maybe like a bit of a pub scene would be quite cool. Especially this road. This road sort of feels... Actually, even like all around here. We could even like connect them up. In fact, there is this pedestrian... This pathway going through here. And it would make sense if we did connect them up. Like that. And then they did a jump over the road or something. And people watching the bridge. Why? Because it's such a mess. Oh, am I going to line it up to that one too? Jeez, don't you love it when they all line up? I mean, almost. Maybe he bends. Alright, let's think about this $2. It's about there. It's not creating an intersection, but it's about there. Whew. Pretty close. A little bit wonky, but it's fine. Need a shark prop? Yeah, you're probably right. But in this water, like a bull shark? If I align him up to that beauty, and I think I might get this guy now to go a little bit further over here. And we do have those like historical older pubs, but could I get away with them? No, they do not. Oh, these ones. This is what I was thinking of. I could place a couple of these down and just like call it, you know, maybe just like a recreation or something. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want it to be like a clubbing district. I just want it to have a bit of a, like a little tiny bit of a scene. Sports bar. Oh, that's more like it. That's actually what I was sort of picturing. Sports bars. I'm going to place that, I think there. Because I could... What's the idea behind this? It's interesting assets. What I'm thinking is I could actually drag him a bit further out that way. I know they're clipping into each other, but what if... are you planning on building more sports venues inspired by San Francisco, like the 49ers football stadium or Giants baseball field? Yes, I am. I just haven't got around to doing them yet. But I absolutely am, for sure. And then these are kind of random, so I think I might get rid of them. Oh, maybe they're not random. Huh? Okay, so is this a sports bar where you do sports? I'm trying to figure out how this works. I can't really... Like, I guess we have, like, some places like this. Where you kind of, like, you go and you play, like, I don't know, a round of, like, miniature golf or whatever. Or, like, I don't know about, like, this looks like archery. Or soccer. I don't know, something's going on. I'm not really quite sure what it is. But I think I might use... Oh, it's very fancy. Look at these lounges. I know it probably doesn't make a huge amount of sense, but I will just continue some of these just so that it fits in with that corner really well. You know, something like that. And then what else do we have? I mean, this is like outdoor furniture, which I guess is fine. But I actually might put some tables or something there. I'm just going to try and use the same ones as much as possible. Just to kind of keep the same vibe. A lot of pubs in Australia now are they've got like kids playgrounds and like usually really good kids playgrounds. So I almost feel like building something like that right there, which is a bit random, but they're so good. Like as a dad who likes to go to the pub and like see his friends and have the kids run and play at a playground, it is like the best. So I think I'm going to build a playground. If I can find one. Ooh, did I find a stage? That also might be kind of cool. No, not a stage. I think it's under residential. I mean, that's not bad. And then they have, usually they've got like a bunch of tables and stuff around. I don't know if it looks like it's part of the same thing, In the US, cornhole is common at bars like that. What's cornhole? So when you... No, I don't even know what that is. Hello from Portugal. Hey, buddy. How are ya? I'm intrigued by this cornhole. And I'm not sure if that looks like it's part of the same thing, but I wanted it to look like it was like a little bit part of it. And then we need something there, but I actually don't know what it is. Maybe just like a corner building, maybe like sort of attached to it. I don't really know what that is though. But I think some of these spots are going to need a bit more thought and feeling, I think. Could even do one of these. Call out the old pub or something. Beanbag tossing game. Ah, yes. Okay. And then that looks like the same sort of facility, you know? Like this is like the old pub. And then this is like the modern sports bar. Oh, it's going to be crowded back there. There's not very many places to... Maybe we'll just get rid of that stuff. Actually, you know what? This is all... Oh, didn't mean to get rid of that one. And then I'm going to get this. So we've got like the old pub. And then we've got that new sports bar. And I guess you can kind of just... not really go between. I feel like that's not really allowed. But you can kind of do a bit of a pub crawl between the two. That's a nice little... That's a nice little spot if you ask me. Oh! Where to make a gazebo go? Gazebo! That's fine. Alright guys, I'm probably gonna wrap it up. That is a pretty good amount of stuff. And there's a bit of cleaning up, but I'm glad I finally got to that space. But we've also got Chinatown down and got that nice little pedestrian street with my tables are all gone. Oh, what? That's not fair. I mean, they're there, but they're also not there. I've just lost a whole bunch of things. I think they're all just, like, hiding for some reason. Just... I don't know why. Ugh. It just happens. Like, sometimes, like, you'll like, build stuff and they just kind of disappear. I don't know what happened to them. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna finish it up. Thank you all so much for watching today's stream. I don't know if you woke up to this or if you're like me and you got to stay up. Yeah, I think I'm going to go back and like detail all that up. And a whole bunch of people. The children to come, got it right. Alright, see you, buddy. Yeah, thank you all. Really, really appreciate it. Some really great suggestions today. And that whole area is looking really nice. Oh, I actually forgot we did all that. Yeah, I mean, that's looking really nice and polished. There's a lot more stuff down there. Even a little beach. Didn't even know that. Completely forgot. Alright, thanks guys. Have good days. Have good nights. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you all. I'll see you all soon. Alright, bye. Bye. Goodbye.